Xenoverse 2 DLC 16 is a pack that we all expect Beast Gohan to be in, even though he has not been confirmed. But what about the potential of a Beast Awoken skill at the same time? What is good, everybody? It is your boy Cab, back with another Xenoverse 2 video for you guys. Today we are here to talk about the potential of a Beast Awoken in DLC 16 and what this Beast Awoken could potentially look like in terms of stats in this DLC pack as well. Now let me say, these stat predictions are, well, just predictions. They're just what I think this Awoken should look like, to where it is still somewhat original from the other Awokens we have in the game, but still very, very good at the same time. So first, let's just talk about the potential of seeing a new Awoken in this DLC. Well, considering the simple fact that we haven't gotten an Awoken in what I believe this would be the third DLC in a row that we have not gotten Awoken, if they did not add one in DLC 16, that alone gives it a pretty decent chance to see one within this pack. And then what this pack is based around, I feel like gives us some kind of chance at the same time, because besides Beast Gohan, we also have Orange Piccolo being a character in DLC 16 as well. Now, I do plan on doing an Orange Awoken video. That'll probably be within the next couple days, but in this video I just want to focus on Beast, and again in the other video I will focus on the Orange Awakening skill in Xenoverse 2 if we can actually get one. So there is definitely potential to see a new Awoken in this DLC pack, right? But how would this Awoken actually work? Well, I thought of a way to where I feel it would be fairly balanced, but at the same time really damn good, and a very strong option potentially for the best Awoken skill in the game at the same time. Because I feel Awokens that get added in at this point in time, they have to compete for top Awoken in the game to actually be used by the player base. Because if it's an Awoken that just is not that great, then, well, what's the point of adding it into the game? Nobody's really going to use it, right? Unless it's an aesthetic look. So for Beast Awoken, these are the stat boosts that I have for it. 30% increase to your base normal attack. Nothing crazy. We've seen 35% on Blue Evolution and 40 to 63% on Super Saiyan God, right? But still, at the same time, very damn good. Also, a 30% buff in terms of your key-based skills. And in terms of damage buffs, that would be it for the Beast form. No strike move buff or anything along those lines. Just give these two buffs with a 30% increase to this skill, so we don't have to have major negative effects to the Awoken at the same time. Because if you look at an Awoken like Super Saiyan Blue Evolution, the reason it has such a massive key drain is because, well, it gives 35% increase to all types of attacks. If Beast was to give a 30% increase even to all type of attacks, it would have some kind of major negative effect to it without a doubt. So with that being said, those are all the damage buffs that I would like to see come with this Awoken skill. Now, in terms of stamina regeneration, I think this skill, just like Blue, should get a boost in terms of its stamina regeneration. But in terms of its ki regen, I think it should be similar to like Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 3 and whatnot, to where the ki regen is affected, to where you're not gaining a lot of ki when you actually are hitting your opponent with combos and things along those lines, to somewhat balance out the simple fact that you are getting a boost to your stamina regen. Now, besides that, the only thing left really to talk about is speed and defense. Speed is affected by Awoken skills, and your defense sometimes is affected by Awoken skills. Well, speed, I would just give it a slight buff like most Awoken skills get. Nothing crazy or anything along those lines. I mean, really, in the movie, we didn't even see anything done with the speed of this form, besides like when he does the counter and just strikes really quick after Cell Max hits him, right? We never really saw the true speed of this transformation. So even if they didn't add a speed buff to it at all, I would completely understand that. Now, in terms of defense, I don't think the defense should be affected in any way, shape, or form. There's only 3 Awokens that I believe, to my knowledge, that actually affect your defense in this game, and that would be Super Saiyan 3. I believe you do get a defensive buff in that form. Super Saiyan Blue, your defense goes down from my recollection, and then Blue Evolution, your defense actually increases a bit. So those are only 3 Awokens that actually have a defensive effect within this game, and I wouldn't honestly not want to see one come to Beast, in my opinion. Like, I just don't like when the defense effects are actually changed with some of these Awokens, especially in Blue when your defense does go down. That does kind of suck. But at the same time, again, I think this full list that I just gave off with 30% increase to base, 30% increase to key base moves, stamina regen slightly going up, key regen going down, speed either staying the same or slightly increasing, and defense staying the same, would be a good stat pool for a Beast Awoken. Like, that would be a very, very good Awoken skill in this game. It wouldn't be something that would be crazy overpowered by any means because, well, one, you're only getting a stat boost to 2 categories in in key-based and normal-based attacks. And then 2, you're not really having anything that's overpowering in terms of these buffs at the same time. Like, we have Super Saiyan Blue Evolution with a 35% increase to all stat forms and all damage types. That would be kind of insane if Beast was something along those lines and not having negative effects. But the simple fact that it's only a 30% increase to 2 stat lines, I think would be perfect so we don't get many negative effects along with this Awoken skill. So again, that is what I think would be a very optimal and good stat buff increase for Beast Awoken. Now, of course, if we actually do get this Awoken skill, is it likely that that would be what we actually get for it? No, probably not. I doubt that Bandai and Dimps even sees this video, and if they did, I doubt that they would even listen to it at the same time. So I just wanted to do that for what I think Beast should look like and my predictions on what I would like the Awoken to be in terms of the stat changes and things along those lines. Now, one other thing that I do want to talk about with the Beast Awoken skill before we do end this video, guys, is what should Beast be applied to in terms of races on Xenoverse 2? Because I put out a tweet talking about this, how it should only be for the Saiyans, because in my opinion, this is mainly a transformation that is due to his Saiyan blood. Like, if Gohan was not a Saiyan, this transformation most likely is not possible in any way, shape, or form. Like, let's really look at this transformation, guys. His hair spikes, that's common for a Saiyan form. His hair color changes, that's common for a Saiyan form. His eyes change, that's common for a Saiyan form. This form was awakened through rage, that's common for a Saiyan form. So all these things that align with Saiyan forms, you would think that this would be a Saiyan exclusive CAC. But I had some people saying that this should be either for all races or for humans as well. Now, for all races, there's just like, what? How can you even think that would be a thing? Like, where does this fit with all races? In my opinion, it is something that should only be applied to Saiyans for the reasons I just explained. So to see it on all races would just be crazy in my opinion, but even to add it to a human would be kind of crazy as well, because there's no way a human character in the Dragon Ball world would ever achieve something similar to this in any way, shape, or form. Now, yes, I know a full-on Saiyan has not actually achieved this transformation at the same time in the Dragon Ball world, but it's a lot more comprehensible that a Saiyan would be able to achieve the beast form over an actual human being. So to me, this should be something, if it is added into the game, that yes, once again, it should be just a Saiyan exclusive Awoken. It does not make sense to be applied to any other race in this game, in my opinion, at the very least. But I want to know what you guys think about that down below in the comments. If Beast was to be added into the game, do you think it should be something that should be Saiyan exclusive because, well, it aligns with all other Saiyan transformations we've gotten in Dragon Ball? Or do you think it should be something that is applied to not only humans potentially, but also even all races within this game? Because it's like people think that Beast is just potential unleashed on another level or something like that. And I don't think that's the case. Maybe potential unleashed has something to do with the form. I can understand that. But to say that this is not a form due to his Saiyan blood is just absolutely wild to me. So again, I want to see what you guys say on average on this down below in the comments. So let me know, what do you think Beast Awoken should be applied to if it does get added in DLC 16? But with that being said, Jesus, I just got tongue twisted right there. But I'm going to wrap up the video right here. Do hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, this does not mean that the Beast Awoken will be added in, or if it does get added in, that they'll take the stat pools that I talked about in this video. These are all just predictions and stuff that I would like to see come to DLC 16 and to a Beast Awoken if we actually did get one. But as always, man, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, hope you guys have a good one. Peace, y'all.